Happy Friday, the 10% team. What's going on, fellas? I need some feedback on the new thumbnail. You guys let me know what you think. I can adjust it a little bit more, but I'm digging it. I'm digging the new thumbnail. 10% crew. Coin, nice swing, man. $2. Got that socket at $2.40. Riding it on up. Awesome work, man. Great work there. I bet that was nice waking up to that. So today being Friday, usually Friday's a little bit lighter, but socket's kind of leading the dance this morning. We're seeing a little bit of light volume in the Avery day trading stream, though. You need to get like 25, 30 people in here. Where everybody at? Coin, you loving the new thumb? Nice. That's that coin stamp of approval I needed right there. Jack Trader, good morning to you, man. We're going to find something. I know Coin's wrapping up his day, having a huge morning, but we're going to find something. I'm probably going to have to head out about 9:45 today. I'm heading out on the road. But we will make the most of it. There's going to be a trade today, and we're going to be all over top of it. So let's dive into today. Tim Tolson, good morning. Good to see you in here, brother. Let's go ahead and get it today, guys. The quote of the day: don't ever think you're so good at trading that risk doesn't apply to you. Risk always applies to you. Risk always applies. And that's when you get in trouble, when you start feeling like Superman, thinking that you can't take a loss. You're above losses. You're just so good at trading that you can never lose. You're 100% consistent. 100% consistent. Doesn't happen, guys. Doesn't happen. Actually, a year ago in November, I reviewed like 4 or 5 months of my trading, and I was 80% consistent. And I'm probably a little bit above that now, but you're never going to be 100% consistent. You're never going to be 100% consistent. So always, don't ever think you're so good at trading that risk doesn't apply to you. It always applies. Always applies. Got to throw that risk on there. Brad, loving the new thumbnail. Perfect. Awesome. The 10% crew. Yeah, I had to switch something up a little bit. I'm going to be adjusting, tweaking little things here and there, so I'm excited for it. Very happy you like it. All right, there's a few plays I want to be looking at today. Obviously, SCKT. SCKT, this one is taking over the dance floor this morning. Yesterday was kind of low float crazy. Yesterday was very strange. Those low float crazies out there, but nothing really sustained itself. Everything gave back, most everything. That's kind of been the name of the game this week. EVK ended up having a nice move, but around lunchtime, she said, I'm getting tired. I got to go. It's bedtime. So EVK closed the deal, sealed it up around 11:30. SQBG, the same story there. SQBG faded all day. So not a lot going on there. What do we talk about, guys? What is that little magic area we talked about this morning? I did note SLDB popping up very fast move up through the whole dollar, hitting that magic 20-cent area. Always go over that 20-cent area, fast move through the whole dollar. Usually good rejects, very good rejects. So right now, that's kind of what I was looking at on SCKT. On socket, this one is probably gonna try to get over $4. It hit 403. Most of the time, these things do pull up towards 415, 20-ish area. So that's something I'm watching for on socket before it's done. And it may be done at 403. But most of the time, these get a little bit faster, a little bit up through that whole dollar, just a tad bit more. And especially, that's a gravitational area on SCKT. So if we look left of the chart on socket, what are we going to find? We're going to find some goodies. Yeah, here we go. So this 415 area, and actually I looked way back here, and then I threw down this price line, and then looked way over here, and there was a big upper shadow up to 415 as well. So 415 socket, very tough. It's going to be really hard to break 415. I was thinking it may try to get up to 415. It's having a little bit of trouble right now. We'll see what's going to happen. This is where most of the volume is at the moment. But if you're trading it, just understand that 415 area. It's going to be tough. ZDGE is actually kind of stealing the attention right now. ZDGE. What is going on here? This one just started popping up. Crazy volume on it. This is on earnings as well. Trading higher after the company reported better than expected Q4 EPS and sale results. So ZDGE and both Socket, both of those are kind of lower float plays on earnings. Can you believe it? They just have great earnings. Socket 5 million, the float 26 million shares traded there. So ZDGE is coming up towards that area of nearly rotating its entire float. Let's go ahead and look at the left of the chart on ZDGE. I wasn't paying attention to this stock at all because right before the stream it was not doing much of nothing. There's that 420, 415, 20 area here is going to be tough too. Yeah, if this one starts going over $4, it's going to be tough on that one as well. ZDG. So we got two. We got two that are trying to steal the attention this morning. We'll be watching both of those. Coin INTC pop and fade. JKS off of SSR squeeze and fade to retest the 200 are the two easiest setups in your opinion. Also notice the lowest floaters last month fade out of the gate. This month been squeeze and then fade. Seems to be the turd kind of pattern. So these two plays this morning, yep, are on earnings. So coin's going to be looking for a little dip buys on some of them. Sellers now around $6 on SCKS. Is that right? Yeah, that's going to be something else to get up to, that $6 area on Socket. 490 is its all-time high on Socket. So some of those guys are getting a little excited for the sixes. Coin, I'm in Socket from last night. Yeah, Coin has a 240 entry on Socket. Saw it after hours on the Intensity Stockwatch scanners. Jumped in it. Started swinging it overnight. Beautiful, beautiful play there. Absolutely killing it. All right, let's go ahead and go over a few more plays. That's the leading gappers this morning for you guys who want to trade those. I'm still watching MARA. Of course, this is not too bad. I missed this dip buy yesterday. This was, after I shut it down around 1050. But 275 is going to be good support on MARA. Coin, are those buyers still present on MARA? Some big buyers? Because this is a nice pattern here. MARA is starting to do a little, what do we call this? What kind of pattern do we call this? The cup and handle. Now, I want to show you guys an example of MARA and how similar this chart looks to what? To this. MARA. Look at these two charts right here. They look eerily similar. So we have a bullish trend. We start kind of selling off, having a round bottom. And the handle is when it starts looking a little bearish. So that's kind of yesterday. That's the handle. Starts kind of going sideways, consolidating before it breaks over resistance. And that resistance is going to be 325. It's already having a hard time. You got to move the car for your wife, Coin. Good man. Good man. So 325 is going to be some tough resistance MARA. I'm not sure if it's going to really get back up to it, being that it's a Friday today. But we are going to be watching this one going into the weekend and obviously into Monday and seeing what it does today. But that 275, look at this line here, guys. 275, it's going to be really nice support on it. Really good support, 275. So let's be watching that area. In fact, 275 held up yesterday on it pretty nicely. 275 held up pretty nicely on MARA right around that area. So I'll be watching that very closely. And we'll be watching it going into Monday as well. A few others I'm watching this morning. Like I said, I got to head out of here at around 9:45. Got to get on the road. So I'm looking for a couple quickies and to start the weekend. And one of those quickies I'm looking at is GPS. GPS, nice play. You guys know I go over these all the time. Fast move and tons and tons of volume, guys. Nearly 1.5 to 2 million shares traded a minute yesterday on GPS, going to the close yesterday. So I will be watching this against previous high days there, 2164. Fast move yesterday, overbought. Very overbought yesterday. And we'll be looking for this one to start seeing a little bit of profit taken out of the gates, like we typically do. Like to see these have that above average volume and to close with very light volume after hours pre-market. We get no gap up, and longs are expecting to see a gap up. They don't get it. They start selling their positions. I like to sell into them as well. Short sell and take that bad boy a little bit on down. Here's the trend with GPS. It's getting way off of it. Got a pretty nice trend to it. Pretty nice trend to it. So let's be watching that on GPS at the open today against its previous high days. What's next? What is going to be next? Dang it. All right. AAL, I'm watching this one. It's American Airlines. It's not a bad setup, but I'm going to keep tight risk here if I do trade it. Here's the resistance line at 13.20, that 20-cent magic area. AAL. I was watching this one around 13.15 when it was there in pre-market. It's already coming back down just a little bit, but here's resistance on it. We always look left of the chart. This one's probably, obviously this is oversold from the panic with the coronavirus. And we're starting to see it kind of trend up a little bit. But I'm just looking for a little bit of a sell-off at the day. But it's already kind of getting there right now. So I don't know. We'll watch it against that 13.20 area. It's having a hard time getting above. Here's a closer look. AAL. Having a tough time breaking and holding that 13.20 area. But it's already selling off. I'm not going to chase it. We'll see how it opens on up. We will see how she opens on up. ZDGE, still on earnings. That one getting a little bit of volume at the moment. And, of course, SNAP. What are we doing here, guys? Well, Snap yesterday, I ended up stopping out of it around like 38.30. So, obviously not bad. Like the quote says today, don't ever think you're so good at trading that risk doesn't apply to you. Risk always applies. Risk always applies. Even when you're playing the pocket pair of ace hands, there's always a chance that is not going to work out. So it's important to manage your risk and not go all in on every single hand. Do not go all in. I like to take a specific dollar amount. David finally here. What's going on? What's going on, David? Good to see you in here. Coin is Friday. Watch for crowd plays to fade all day. Yep. I agree. David, your plays are Socket and ZDGE this morning. I know you like those low float crazies. Those are your plays this morning. So what I like to do to manage risk best as possible is lay out your full position. Let's say you want on a full position $5,000. Per trade. You want to keep risk consistent. You want to keep sizing consistent. Consistency on sizing, on trades, on risk equals consistent results. You know, if it's all random, it's going to equal random results. So take out like a $5,000 position and then look at your trades, study your trades, and write down, do you oftentimes hit the top and bottom? Okay, we'll do single entry, single exit. But if you're taking like 2, 3, 4, 5 entries before you are actually in the money on some of these trades, then scale into them. The power of scaling is a beautiful thing. It's very different than adding. Adding doesn't consider risk. Scaling is just scaling to your full position. That $5,000 position, what you do is break it up. You start with $1,000, then you add $2,000, then you get to add another $1,000. You just keep adding money onto the table, and it's very simple to do with hotkeys. Go watch my advanced hotkey setup video. It will save you guys a ton of headaches. I endured the headaches for you. I did. Went through a lot of pain for you guys. All right, I'm staying familiar here with CNX. CNX yesterday had a pop at the close of the day, gave most of that back. It's going to be opening up kind of right in the middle of that area. CNX, $12 is going to be tough resistance. Here's the past chart history here. $12 it hit yesterday. We got a lot of resistance in this $12 area. I'm staying familiar here. I need a pop on it to get interested, though. Kind of my main plays out of the gate are going to be GPS. GPS against previous high day. And MARA at 275. This cup and handle pattern on MARA is not bad. It's going to be slow, though. That's what I don't like about MARA if I were to get involved today. I think this is going to be a play going into Monday, which is why we're going to keep watching it. But 325, very tough resistance. It's got a beautiful cup and handle pattern to it. And right now it's kind of forming that handle. And that handle is going to be above 270. 270 is going to be main support, the 275 area. Solid support on it. So we just got to start watching this one go sideways. Go sideways against this 265, 275 area right up in here. And we do see it does respect that area of support. We see the lower shadow yesterday. So I like MARA, but I don't know that it's quite going to get it today. We're probably going to go sideways and then maybe get something going into next week. It's not a terrible swing. It's not a terrible swing if you guys are interested, but we got to make sure that these levels of support hold for that handle. For that beautiful, beautiful handle. David, you're already watching them. I didn't doubt it, bro. I did not doubt it. So if you're watching socket, what you got to be careful of is the 415 resistance on it. 415 is major resistance on the chart. Here we go. Upper shadow 417, 415, 420, all up in this area. 490s, it's ultimately going to be its high. Like Coin said, guys, on Fridays especially, these crowded plays, watch them to fade all day. This is what typically happens, especially if that's been the theme all week. Granted, yesterday EVK wasn't a bad play, but around lunchtime, that one started fading back. So 100% for the last 2 weeks. All of these have been fading. It's just a matter of at what time. So if you're going to trade this on the long side, be mindful of that 415.20 area. I would buy it on dips and then definitely sell it into that pop back over 4. I definitely do that. I will be staying familiar with Snap today. Not a fan of it. I did stop out. Good stop out on it to take an L, but it is what it is. Got to always manage risk. I will be watching it today again. This one certainly is overbought still. We'll see what happens, though. It just seems a little manipulated, which I don't really want to get involved with today. For instance, yesterday we had this breakdown, started selling off, got under VWAP, and then immediately, reversed. So it's seems just a little trappy and a little manipulated. So I don't really want to get involved with that. Patriots watching Snap too. Yeah, I liked it yesterday a lot, and I just don't know that I want to get involved with it again today, just because of how it just seemed a little tricky. Snap just was a little tricky. I like the easier plays. See this breakdown, break under VWAP, and then just, nope, forget it. Forget it. We're turning back around. If Snap gets really fast up through like 40 out of the gate, I can't avoid it. I just won't be able to. I just won't be able to. In the overbought play, getting fast, getting euphoric, break over a whole dollar, how can I do it? Man, if I'm at the poker table and they throw me pocket pair of aces, how am I just going to fold it? I got to throw some kind of chips on the table. I can't just fold that. Gotta do it. CIT. CIT is another one I'm going to be watching closely as well. This is the last week on it, since Monday. This is the last week on CIT, and it's been essentially every day getting a spike. Spike, and then here's Tuesday, spike, and then it faded. The last 2 days, Wednesday kind of spike and fade, and this one was grinding a little bit. CIT is way off the trend. It keeps coming back down to it. So last Friday, we started at the trend, and then the Monday came back to the trend, and then Wednesday came back to the trend. So it keeps coming back down to this trend, CIT. I may just throw one on that for it to pull back to the trend on CIT. See if we can get that pull back. But that's going to be one watch list, guys. I'm watching GPS of the open. MARA, I'm watching it very carefully against 275. That's main support on that cup and handle, And then Socket may try to get that spike out of the gates up to 415, 420. May try to get that spike out of the gate up to like the 420 area. But if you're trading Socket, that is main resistance. When it's close to resistance, oftentimes it will gravitate towards those areas. I'd be really careful with it. Very careful. You guys know how I feel about these plays. I am not going to advise anyone to take the elevator. To get stuck in an elevator going down on a long position. We all know how the story ends with Socket. Let me just put it that way. We all know how the story ends with Socket, so understand that. If you're going to trade it, understand it. That's been how every one of these leading gappers have been. So just make sure you are locking in profits if this thing pops over $4 to $4.15 resistance. So GPS out of the gates, CIT, I like this one, come back down to the trend. MARA against 275. What's ZDGE doing? ZDGE is kind of... Alright, so if volume takes over on Socket, look for ZDGE to start fading. If ZDGE starts taking off, look for Socket to start fading a little bit, because this is the same kind of volume, guys. You just gotta be familiar with that. It's the same kind of volume. These are the same traders. That's all you gotta know. They're the same traders trading these stocks. So if volume's on one, volume's gonna be absent on the other. It's like a pendulum. And then SNAP, I'm gonna watch this one for a pop through 40. But Snap, I'm probably going to not going to give it as much room today as I did yesterday. Either right or right out, as they say. Right or right out. So we got a little bit over 2 minutes till the market opens on up. Anybody new in here that wants me to go over the scans, please let me know, because we will be trading live today. If you need me to go over the scans real quick, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to start loading up some charts and get ready to make some moolah before we go into the weekend. And anyone just jumping in here needs me to go over anything again real quick, let me know that as well. Otherwise, let's get ready to rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Yeah, it's let me throw up CIT. Yeah, CIT, GPS, quite similar charts, what I'm looking at. Jonathan, I know you're messing with me, Jonathan. He's like, no, I'm not. I ain't messing with you. CIT is way off the trend, and that's pretty similar to GPS. GPS is kind of what I'm looking at, too. It's more of a daily chart on GPS. Yeah, here's the GPS daily chart, overbought volume. This is what I like. I look for this all the time. When I'm looking at GPS, look at this volume down here. Huge volume spike on the volume chart. And then last time it did that, a huge abnormal spike on the volume chart, that euphoria coming in. What did it do? Huge upper shadow, selling pressure. Jonathan, you've been here since the open. Shut up, man. What's going on, Jonathan? Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. So yeah, like I said, I gotta go in probably 9:45. So I gotta get a few quickies in. Let's see what's gonna pop up on the scans. Try to get a couple nice plays off the scans, and we'll see what GPS is going to do. Remember, I trade over-under rule. If it's breaking 2164, I will wait and see if it's going to sustain that area. Now, why do I do that? We'll look at pre-market. It did break it and hit 2169. I don't just emotionally stop out these plays. You know, it hurts. It would certainly hurt more than it helps when you stop out over high days, because this happens so many times. It breaks above it. Stop, give me up. You gotta wait and see if it's gonna hold, because most people get trapped in plays like that, buying something on the breakout. We don't do that. All right, guys, the market is now open. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to start GPS. I'm starting GPS right here. It's going to be open up right at previous resistance, previous high day. I'm going to see what it's going to do. I mean, it's very close to it, so we got a very tight stop on it. All right, let's see. CIT. I may want to start that one. Watching it carefully. GPS, nice little move. Let's get GPS down in like the 20s. I'll have to take some off in the 20s, probably. Let's get GPS in those 20s. Watching GPS carefully here. I want to be smart. It's looking a little heavy though. There we go. All right, I'm gonna lock in half GPS 2129. There we go, baby. Jonathan, were you ready? Were you ready for GPS? Come on now. Come on. 2113, 14. All right, I gotta take the rest. I gotta do it. That's what I was looking for. AAL, I missed that one out of the gates because I was so focused GPS. GPS is probably good for a fade. If you guys are sticking with GPS, it's probably good for a fade. I gotta head out of here shortly. But you guys are probably good. AAL, dang it! GPS, stealing all my attention. AAL in the 1280s. All right, sockets trying to get above that $4 area, 415, 420. This is where I'd be selling. If you guys are in socket, you got to be smart and lock in some profits in this area. This is major resistance up in here. It's probably going to pull back under $4. Major resistance in this area. So just be smart. Man, GPS, I know I locked myself. I know I took profits way too early on that. It don't look bad, though. AAL, you're killing me, bro. Killing me, AAL. I'm about to buy AAL up. Under 1280. Under 1280, I'm going to be scooping up AAL. The 13 EMA on the chart with AAL is 1277. It's getting fast and panicky. But, man. Coming back on down, it's coming back up just a little bit. Yeah, so under 1280, I'll be scooping up some AAL. Snap is coming up through to 40. I don't know if I want to mess with it today, guys. I just don't know if I want to do it. AAL, I'm going to start at 1282. I'm going to start AAL 1282. Pulling back a little bit more. Remember, the 13 EMA, I'm going to hit it again. 13 EMA on AAL is going to be 1275. So not bad. AAL, I got a 1279 average at the moment. 1279 average. I'm going to slow scale the rest of it. It may try to panic a little bit more. This is mostly buyers from yesterday. You guys know how this strat works. So I missed the short out of the open. Now I'm scooping up the panic. I like this for a short out of the open, but I missed that. So I'm scooping a little bit of this panic. But this is panic from yesterday. The longs that didn't get the gap up. Remember how the strat works. So it may pull back a little bit more. But longs take longer. Just got to be familiar with that. GPS taking me to the money bank, Jonathan. I got out way too early. I knew this was going to be money, baby. I got out way too early, but it is what it is. AAL will pay me the rest. We'll be good to go. Yeah, GPS is that's beautiful, guys. 2060s right now. God, come on now. Come on now. Yep, socket. Fast move up through $4. Having a little bit of trouble there. Not surprising at all. So what does that mean? Is volume going to... Volume's probably going to a different play, and it is going to DOGZ, DOGC, DOGZ on dogs. That's where volume is right now. Left socket. It left good old socket. Jonathan stopped out of GPS 2069. Beautiful trade, man. Heck yeah. Love it. Love it, bro. Absolutely killer. You guys are doing awesome. What's Snap doing? Snap's about at $40. Probably avoiding it. Probably avoiding it. MARA is kind of coming down towards that 275-ish area. That's probably going to be more of a swing than anything today. Coin sockets 350 dip buy area. Ballsy, bro. Ballsy. CIT, I'm watching that one kind of carefully. I've still got AAL. I'm just kicking back there. I got 12.79 average. Longs take longer. But if that one gets too boring, I'll probably just look to break even it. I like AAL back up to like VWAP at least. 12.89. We gotta see if this panic's gonna subside a little bit. What else we got? What else we got going on? DOGZ still, that one's going to be fighting that 320 area. That's that low floater that's trying to get the volume right now. So it's at around 320. Fast move up to the whole $1.20 area. That one's going to be a little tough. JMIA getting a pop right now. Popping up on the scans, intensity scanners. JMIA, we've been following this one for a little bit of time. JMIA, let me look at it. I may have to do it. Nope, I don't have any shorts. All right, the stock market guides, they told me don't do it. They stripped my shorts. They done stripped my shorts. JMIA. Man, GPS now in the 2040s. Kevin, why couldn't you hold any of that? Why couldn't you do it? AAL's all I got at the moment. I'll throw another one on it in the 1250s. I'll throw another one on it into some panic into the 1250s if we get that. Looks like we're about to get. DOGZ. Yep, Cat. DOGC. That's where the penny stock volume is at the moment. That's where the penny stock volume is at the moment, but that one's kind of failing right now. That one's kind of failing right now. GPS 2030s, guys. Gosh, man. Kevin, you are stupid. Why didn't you hold that? Should have held some of it, man. Should have held some of it. Yeah, AL is looking pretty. I love this. I like this panic a lot. Like it a lot. So I'm just waiting for it. I gave it another little love tap, but I'm going to hit it hard probably 1250s. Coin. My play is a dip buy, 350 short trap, and squeeze, JKS fade. It's working well. Man, AAL. AAL is looking for a short out the gates. That would have been pretty too. Still getting a little panic there. J and my A, that wasn't bad. Jonathan, the pre-market false breakouts kind of made you confident on GPS. Yeah, GPS was nice, man. Great trade there. Great trade. It was just opening right next to a previous high, so that was what makes your risk very defined, but it also makes it pretty tight. And I knew it was a good play, so I'm like, man, I don't want to stop out of this. Don't want to stop out of this. My average is not the best on AAL. I got 1674, but I haven't really smacked it again. Just kicking back there, letting her wean out a little bit. Socket looking like backside. Don't look like a day to be over trading. So we nailed it, guys. We nailed it. Dogs is failing. Does not look like a day to be over trading though. Coin socket is still front side. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, socket hit its main resistance. It's going to be very difficult to get back up. AAL back up to 1270s. Didn't get that final ad on it. We'll see if we can get a retest of VWAP. You got some level 3 buyers on socket, Quinn? I need AAL to work because I got to start heading out of here shortly. It's probably going to be my last trade. KXIN. Yep. KXIN. Crazy pop. Crazy pop on KXIN. So, what, did that one just get halted? KXIN paused. Yep. Yep. If nothing's working, traders go to what was working. Kim, last trade already? Yeah, I really need to be heading out here very shortly. I gotta get on the road. CLPS is popping up right now, getting over $5. So some of these low floaters are trying to get little pops. Here's what's going on in the low float world right now. We got like Socket that made a move at all the gates and in pre-market. Then we had ZDGE. Now we're having KXIN because that was Monday's leading gapper. But everything's getting heavy. Everything's failing and fading. So but everybody's going from one thing to the other. Volume keeps going from one thing to the other. So you got to be early or you're going to get smacked. Got to get it early. Yeah, 1272 is AAL's 13 EMA. I suspect it's going to be getting above that. It's just a little slow right now. Longs are still probably unwinding from this morning. It's going to take a little bit of time there. Kimberly, kid stuff. A lot of kid stuff this morning. Yep, going to the in-laws today. Going to the in-laws. Guys, my chart on GPS is so embarrassing. I top ticked it and covered both of those so early. 2140s to like $21 though. So I guess I got 50 cents a share on the best. But man, I got a little too excited there. Jonathan with the patience today. Jonathan with the patience. AAL looking a little heavy against the 9 EMA. Still looking to smack it in the 1250s. We get a little bit more of a panic drop. Otherwise, it's going to take a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Snap continuation. Snap continuation. Continuation nation. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm kind of happy I did not try to go for snap again today. I don't like the price action there. Don't like it. AAL, you want me to hit you hard, aren't you? Yeah, we're all over everything, guys. GPS best play of the day. Everything else just kind of pumpy and dumpy. Volume's going to be starting to get a little slow as the day goes on. KXIN reopen, hit fast move up through this whole dollar, 629. So that one going to start being a little heavy too, as it's showing right now. I mean, KXIN is going to be so hard to get back up anyways because that one just made a fast move up to 1340s. All right, I'm gonna hit AAL again. Not the smack of death though. Just another little love tap. Not the smack of death. Got a 1268 average, so I just need a little pop up to the 13, and that'll probably be or 9 EMA. That'll be jumping out of it. Or fast move down, and we'll give it the shotgun. Don't really want to panic out of it though, because I think I'm good here on AL. I suspect it's going to be getting back above 1270s today, but that's why I hate longs. Why I hate longs. Take for freaking ever. When we can just trade GPSs all day, just taking the elevator down instead. Gotta take the stairs all the way up the building. 950. How's everybody looking? Jonathan went long, 332s on socket. Yeah, here's that CKT if you guys are trading it. And you're looking at the 5 minute. 5 minutes not bad. Look at these lower tails right here. These lower shadows. Lower shadows mean there are buyers here on SCKT. We got support right here, the 330s, 333, 334. So if you are trading SCKT, that should be your risk. Be watching it under those lower shadows, under that support at 335. Had the right idea on AAL this morning for a short. Kim, have a great weekend, y'all. I am gone. You out of here. Heading on out. Yeah, I'm about to do the same here shortly. So have a great weekend, Kim. We will see you Monday morning. We're going to do it all over again. The 10% team. A little bit slower today, but we were all over top of it. With the AAL short and the GPS short. And right now, the panic buy. It's looking good. It's forming a little AT. Forming a little AT against the 9 EMA, getting squeezed tight together. Should get a pop over that. 1262. Yeah, snap continuation there. Socket. Coin was right. There's another little move on socket. Crazy volume coming in. So that support there was holding up pretty good. Crazy bid and ask going nuts right now. This one's going to get halted. This is going to go into a halt. The shorts are getting squeezed. Shorts need to cover soon. Man, you told them too. They were a little late. You told them to cover. They were a little late. Yeah, this is going to be a really tough area for socket. We'll see if it gets it. 420 is going to be really tough. It's going to have some trouble here, but with this kind of volume, it can do it. Can you guys remind me not to trade longs anymore? Freaking hate them. Alright guys, I gotta go. So here's the deal. I'm gonna set a stop on AAL under 1250. Under 1250. Which would put me right on the day, but I think we're gonna be all right here. I think I'll be all right, but we'll see. The market makers just saw my order. They're gonna try to pull this thing down right now. That ain't gonna happen. I'll pull the shotgun out. Yeah, I suspect this is kind of what's going to happen a little bit later on through the day with AAL. Yesterday at 1050, we saw a really nice spike on this from like 1050 to 1090 up to 1320. I think AAL is going to get it, but it's just unwinding right now from yesterday. I do think this is going to pop up. We do have buyers here. It's looking good. I don't want to get crazy oversized on it, but I do like the setup. So I'm going to end up probably setting a stop and heading on out, guys. Any questions before we wrap up the day today? And otherwise, we'll see you guys. Yeah, good buyers coming into this. So broke under lows, took out those orders. We needed above this 9 EMA here. That's what we needed above, that 1261. It's getting squeezed tight together right there. Getting squeezed tight together. Probably going to see a little pop. Might take a little bit longer. Longs take longer. Longs take longer. But anyways, if not, Jonathan stepped out because the baby was crying and flattened the order. No. Made money, I'm out. Don't care if it gets to 5. Coin, you paid. Coin, have a great weekend, man. Good call on socket. Everybody have a great weekend. Great work on GPS, you guys who took that trade. Still with AAL. I think it's going to work out, but it's going to be a little bit later. And I don't want to sit here all day. But like the quote says, don't ever think you're so good that you cannot, that risk is beyond you. So manage the risk well today, guys. Have a good weekend. The 10%ers, as Jonathan said, and we will do it again Monday morning. Do it again Monday morning. I'm going to watch AAL just for a few more minutes before I set an order on it, and then I'll be heading out. You guys have a great weekend. Don't overtrade today. Nothing to overtrade today. Nothing to overtrade today. Just a few low floaters going crazy. But today is not the day for it. See if we get that 9 EMA pop real quick. Yep, nothing to overtrade. So protect your profits if you trade them today. Protect the bag, guys. Protect the bag. As Coin would say. Protect that bag. Looks like AAL is going to try to get above the 9 finally. Yep, there we go. 1260s, 1261. It's just going to take a little bit of time. 1262. 1263. Oh, thank you, Lord. I might be able to get out of this today. Before I head out. 1264. Nice, nice, nice. All right, guys, we will see you first thing